Morning everyone, this is Sherri with Studio 28E Journal Creations, and I have completed a journal that I also created the kit for. I was supposed to do, I think it was called Terry's Crafty Christmas Collaboration 2025, but my mom's had health problems. We found out she has congestive heart failure, and she's been in the hospital and having tests and whatnot, and so we finally got her home, and well, not home, but back to the nursing home, and they've got her on sick bay, and now they're putting her back in her room today, so she's happy about that. So things have been a little chaotic here, so I didn't really have a chance to do participate in Terry's collaboration or contest. What happened, I did submit my kit, but I didn't do any of the videos. I was supposed to do like the how-to videos or craft with me videos because I just didn't have the time, or the my brain wasn't functioning where I felt I could actually create something on camera. So I figured I'd show you the journal I created using the kit, and it's called Old Time Christmas, and I believe it's in my shop. If not, you can get it from Terry at, oh gosh, I can't even think straight. Sweet Pea Papers, I believe. Anyway, I'll try to make sure everything gets in the link after I'm done this video. So here's the video, and I didn't count the pages, but I believe there's over 100 pages and 2 signatures. Some of them are small pages, some of them are, they were really thin pages because some of them are old. So this is the outside, and let me see, I have a ruler here, I'll measure. The spine is kind of soft, but not super soft, so it will bend if you want to put more in it. So it's about 2 and if it's flat, about 2 1/4, I guess. And it's 5 3/4 inches wide by 8 inches tall. I've got this dangle that I created. It's a little long, but you can leave it on here if you'd like, or if you want to take it off. We've got bells and baubles and beads and some little Christmas lights and candies and all different colors. It's really cute. And some rusty bells. I won't take it off because it's hard for me to get in that hole. But, on camera, things just don't go the way you want them. So I've got it tied with this red velvet ribbon, and that's all there is for the closure. I'll set that over here. And on the front, we've got crafter's plaid in red and white with some white pom-pom trim. A little bit of netting behind this circular Santa in a circle with some sort of tassel trim, and I took some of those lights that came like this, like on a string. Can you see them? I can't see what I'm doing. And I glued them under and then pulled them up and then tucked them between the tassels. And we've got a little velvet bow here with holly there and some holly on the corners. And then I open it up. And on the inside, oops, I knew I should have tried to take that off of there. There's a pocket. And I don't know if this will fit in here, but this Christmas card comes with it. It's not used, but we've had them for quite a while. And I've got some Tim Holtz ephemera in here. This side says wish, and this side says love. It's a little sort of, I guess it's probably acrylic bell there to embellish it. Every 6 or 7 pages, there's a piece of the pom-pom. This is a page from the kit. next is just scrapbook paper. This is vintage graph paper. It looks like it's onion skin graph paper. This is just the back size of a page from a kit, and I put ribbon across there and dangled some baubles on top of there. Stickers, music paper, that's from the kit. That's a piece of scrap. It's a page I decorated with some sparkly stickers. I sent my husband out. He went to Hobby Lobby for something. I said, yeah, look for stickers with glitter. So that's what he came home with. Guess gotta be more specific. But anyway, he did a good job. I thank him for that. And that's a page from the kit. Here's another page from the kit, and it's got red tassels. There's a pocket on some old ledger sheets, and this is from the kit. You can cut them out or leave them as such, or use them for decoration. And this is a Tim Holtz piece. This is a 3D Santa sticker with red velvet behind him, and scrapbook. I'm going to call it ribbon, but I can't remember what we call it. It's a piece of scrapbook paper, and it's an envelope, and there's nothing in this envelope at this time, except for probably the piece I punched out for the thumb hole. And here's another piece of scrap paper, and it's got a tag that was in my stash. And it's got a pocket, and here's a piece of lace with one of those glitzy stickers. It's an old piece of a ledger. I believe someone's name is on the other side. That's a piece from the kit. There's just a piece of plain drawing paper with another, why can't I think of that? Trim with another glitzy sticker. There's this page on the kit with white pom-poms on it. I guess, and this has a piece of velvet ribbon with a piece of scrap lace behind it. We've got this embellishment. There are several on here similar to this. It's just several pieces of ribbon that are layered, and then I put a poinsettia on it. There's a music page from a children's book, Cradle Hymn. Here's a, it's from the kit, I believe. Could be just from the graphics fairy, I can't remember. Bingo card with a piece of writing paper inside. This is from the kit. It's kind of bluish with snowflakes. Here's a paper bag, and I put a tag inside that you can write on the back, and you can also put something behind this if you wanted to. And it's decorated with this music ribbon. It's a piece of scrapbook paper. Pages from the kit, and this is the center of the first signature. And I put those glitzy stickers back to back for the center. And this has a little bit of writing area on it. And here's a pocket with the words that go with the kit, and you can decorate, put them on the pages of the journal if you want to. And this is one of the coffee dyed doilies on top of tissue paper with a poinsettia on the bottom to decorate it. And this is like a 3-page tag. You can separate them or leave them together and right inside. This has a little bit of a sweater stencil with some red pom-poms. There's a page from the kit. This is calligraphy paper. This is just the back of that. That's the other side. Some of them I hinged with this tape because it was neat. Because of where I wanted to place them, I hinged some of the pages. This is a page from an old cookbook. And I backed it with scrapbook paper because it's kind of grungy on the back. And here's another page from that same cookbook, I believe. And there's some recipes there for fudge. There's another piece of scrapbook from the kit. It's got that sweater stamp on it, or not stamp, stencil. This page is blank with the white pom-poms. Here's some more of those spongy stickers with the glitter on them that my husband picked up. I bordered the page with them. It's the back side of that page from the kit. And this is a card from the kit, but I glued it on the page. So with some pink ribbon and some turquoise sticky back pearls, because I thought they went perfect with this little picture of this girl. Here's some more of the children's music. Christmas is coming. And this is a Christmas wish. So this goes, let's see, so these two pages go together, and this is a whole different song. There's a page from the kit, some drawing paper, just plain paper. It's vintage, you can probably tell. It's a page from the kit. This is an embellishment from the kit, fussy cut. Here's the other side of that ledger. It says the C.O. Bartlett and Snow Company. Thought that was fitting for Christmas. It's another pocket scrapbook paper. I decorated it with 3 poinsettias and a card from the kit. Some page from the kit. Here's some more of those little baubles. I decorated the bottom of the page. This is an envelope, or can be an envelope. I didn't glue it. You can write inside of it. You can glue the edges or put something inside of it. And I just created a little tuck for that. It says Christmas and holly there. And on the back there's a farm scene, Christmas farm scene. And there's one of those stickers. And the back side of that ledger paper, which is vintage. And then there's a page from the kit. This is a page from the kit. The graphics came from the graphics fairy, so most of them did. And here's another cluster that I did with the ribbons. And I put a fancy sticker here with some lace behind the ribbon and then the sticker on top of it. And it's all glued down, so it should stay. Or not, depending on this sticker to hold everything there. Here's some tracing paper. There's some music. That's part of the kit. The rest of that onion skin ledger. Scrapbook paper. Page from the kit. Page from the kit. Now we're on the second signature. Here's a page from the kit, and it's got the red pom-poms. There's that sweater stencil. Here's just a piece of scrapbook paper, and it's got one of those envelopes with the doilies, and I put some tissue paper inside of it as well as so you can see it on the edges. And here's some Christmas memories, notes, so you can put notes on here, or you know, like pictures on the back of things that you got for Christmas, or like pictures of your kids and how they reacted, that kind of stuff. Here's another little cluster, and I put 3 little gems down here as well. I wish I could get this hooked up to my computer so I could see. And this little cluster has lace and one of those acetate stickers and some sticky back gems. And I'm going to sneeze, so you'll have to excuse me. Sorry. And I can't edit it because I don't know how. This is backside of that page from the kit. This is just a plain piece of paper with a blue ribbon and one of those bells. I think, like I said, I think it's acrylic, but I'm not sure. And here's a piece of that onion skin graph paper. It's a card from the kit. Excuse me, I didn't mean to snip. Page on the kit. This is a fussy cut from the kit, and I put some glitter pen on it, or gel pen on it. There's some ledger page, which is vintage, with some of those glitter stickers. It's the back side of that, and I made a pocket, and it's got, I used some of the faux washi tape that came with the kit, that I made with the kit. There's a postcard. I just thought it was cute. There's a piece of writing paper. There's a page from a children's book. Or maybe it's from that music book, I think, maybe. Yeah, it's from the music book because it's got the page numbers are following. So that's cute. Here's some white pom-pom pages from the kit. This one is actually a pocket. It's got an extra page from the kit that you can write on the back side. Here's another border made with some of those stickers. This is from the kit, page from the kit. It's got a little writing area there. It's a page from the kit and one of those little angels. There's the back side of that ledger, or the front side of the ledger. The back side is on the other side. There's 2 sheets of this in here. From the kit, there's a little belly band with a tag and a little girl with some lace and some bling on it. And there's that Santa medallion that's on the front. There's the drawing paper. Here's a little embellishment with a 3D Santa. I believe I got that in Happy Meal from someone. And there's that sweater stencil, and it shows through both sides. Pretty cool. Here's another page from that vintage cookbook. Apple pie there. Tells you how to make plain pastry, which is actually, we would call it pie dough. Here's a colorful picture of some goodies from that book. There's some scrapbook paper, and I put a little bit of border around it with ribbon and some holly stickers. And here's an acetate sticker with some ribbon. Back side, we've got a pocket with a little boy angel, and he's got some tassel trim with some flat back pearls and some holly, and a bingo card they can write on the back, and a piece of some Holt ephemera. Make a pocket with that, tag with that, do anything you want. There's a piece of scrapbook paper, and it's got red pom-poms, and on the other side there's a Santa sticker and some ribbon with candy canes and candy on it. And in the pocket there's a writing sheet. There's some more fudge. And Merry Christmas journaling card. There's a page from the kit. Got a star sticker up there. There's a belly band with some, this is Tim Holt ephemera, and this is just some journaling cards I had, I think from the paper pack. And on this belly band I put some of that sparkly ribbon and rickrack. That's the center of the second signature, and on this one it also has some of those foam stickers glued to the, or stuck together on the ties. That's the back side. That's a page from the kit. Here's another pocket with 3D sticker. And I thought this was adorable. These little puppies. It's a postcard, I believe, or whatever. And here's a page of that drawing pad. And I put the bobbles down the side to make a trim. There's the back side, and it's got a pocket with a 3D wreath sticker on the side of the truck. And here's a tag. Here's the back side, it's the other side of that page from the kit. Here's a kind of a 3D sticker with some flat back gems. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue this back down. I will fix this. Figures it would You like that on camera, right? Always, always, always. That's from the kit. There's that music ribbon. It had wire in it, and I pulled it out, and this too is a pocket, and it's got some antique lace on it, and the back is a pocket as well. Here's a page from the kit, and I took some of those lights that are on the front, and I put them around the edge of this tree. And here's a writing space on there. And too is a pocket. And there's a piece of vintage stationery. I got this from Melissa Barnes. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just blue, but it's beautiful. It's tucked in there. Page from the kit. Page from the kit. A little bit of bling on the edge of that page. There's another belly band. There's something that goes in there, and it fell out, and I couldn't find the place it went, so I'll have to get it, put it back in there. I mean, it's in the journal now, but it's just not where it belongs. Some more music paper. Middle East Game 3 Snow. There's the other side, Frost Pictures. This is ledger. This can be a little pocket, and it's got a little piece of ribbon on it. Page from the kit. Here's some vellum. There's that onion skin graph paper, and here's a tag from the kit. And this is the faux washi tape that I had in the kit for fussy cutting. Page of scrapbook paper. And red pom-poms on the back. Here's another tag that was in the kit. And there's the envelope. And I added some glitter pens to that. There's another ruffle, paper ruffle with some red sticky back pearls and a holly sticker, I'm sorry. There's the calligraphy paper. There's the other side of the calligraphy paper. Page from the kit. Oops. Let's pull my star off. There's a star. Kind of glitters a little bit. You really have to, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little bit of sparkle to it. I'm not sure what it is. It's a little bit of stenciling. There's some scrapbook paper with 2 Santas on it. And this is one of the last pages, and it's blank. Beautiful. And there's the last page of the journal. And here's the back of the kit. And it has some more of those Christmas memory cards, and I believe these are larger. I think they're 2 different sizes. And here's some larger, same words, but they're larger. And another piece of stationery. And it's got the red and gold glitter ribbon and a holly in the middle, and here's the back, and it's just got this tassel pom-pom trim on it. If you're interested in this kit, just let me, this journal, you can let me know. I'll put it in my Etsy sometime today. I still have to take pictures of it. But if you're interested, just send me a message through Facebook or whatever. Put that information below. And here's a packet with some of the extra stuff that I'm going to add with it. But I've got some more things to put in there. So that's that. I hope everyone enjoyed watching this. And please give me a thumbs up. Please comment, negative or not. If you didn't like the video, I mean, I'm sorry. But, feel free to voice your opinion. Come join us at Studio 28E Journal Creations. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to post this in Terry's event because, like I said, I was not ready when the time came. Simply because of, family problems and things going on here with my mom. So I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I will also be posting in my Etsy shop that there'll be 25% off Well, I'll post that myself, but 25% off all journals over $25, 30% off all journals over $50, and 10% off, I'm sorry, 25% off all kits. But I'll put that in writing because I know I just mumbo-jumboed it and it didn't come out right. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.